Hey everybody, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. And today I decided to make a quick video talking about luxury seller's remorse, or just seller's remorse in general. This is something I have thought about a lot in the last year, and I'll explain why. First thing I want to do is my bag of the day, as always. Now today, and this actually fits in with the theme of this video, today my bag is the Louis Vuitton Neo Speedy, the Denim Neo Speedy in lichen green. This bag is from 2007. In fact, I think it's possible, I need to check the date code, but it's possible that this bag is celebrating its 15th birthday this week. It is beautiful, and I've only showed it briefly on this channel, but I wanted to go over some of the details that this beautiful bag has. It's got some leather tabs on the end, which help with the incredibly smooth zippers. I mean, they're just like butter. It's very, very, slouchy. It's all denim except for the vachetta trim. And very smooth zipper. The inside, let me take a few things out here. The inside is green Alcantara microfiber, very soft. We have a patch on this pocket right here. I don't know if that's focused or not, but it's Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. It has some pretty chunky gold hardware, which means it's pretty tough to actually put a strap or even a bag charm on here. So it is a definite handbag. Yeah, so there's one pocket inside. It's pretty roomy inside. It holds quite a bit for its size. It's actually 28 centimeters across, so it's larger than a Speedy 25, smaller than a Speedy 30. We also have this pocket right here, which is lined in plain green denim, and that's where I usually put my phone, in there. And then we have more pockets on the outside here. These are really a hallmark of the Marc Jacobs era when he was creative director. He loved these push locks, and I'm going to see if I can do this with one hand. Yes, I can. Yes. So this is a pretty substantial metal piece of hardware, golden push lock, and inside this pocket actually expands a bit. The denim goes all the way down in there. It opens up, so you could actually put things in here. You could put cards, you could put your keys. So this is a pretty roomy bag, and I really love it, and it's part of my story today that I'm going to tell about seller's remorse. I'll start with the beginning, which is in 2006, when I first became interested in buying Louis Vuitton. A couple years before that, I had started buying designer contemporary bags from Coach and from Kate Spade, and I really loved those bags, but because I was on the Purse Forum, I joined the Purse Forum the week that it started in 2005. There was obviously every brand represented, including Louis Vuitton. Now, at the time I was living and working in San Francisco, I worked downtown. The Louis Vuitton boutique in Union Square was close enough to my office that I could walk there on my lunch break, which I did. And so in 2006, I began to branch out and collect from this brand as well. And so my collection slowly grew, and in 2007, we moved from San Francisco to Washington State. It was just more affordable, and my husband's job was transferable, and then I got a job in Seattle. It was a little harder for me, however, to get to Louis Vuitton, and I think at that point I had a collection that I was pretty happy with, and I wasn't really buying anything because we had just moved. I was getting used to the area, and we were looking for a house. So I did buy a couple of bags in 2008. One of them is my watercolor Speedy 30, which is the jewel of my collection. If you want me to do a video about that bag, please let me know, because I know a lot of people don't get a chance to see it, and there's a lot of 35s in that print, but the 30 is a lot more rare, and it's a really special Speedy to me. So then in 2009, I became pregnant, and we had been trying for 3 years to get pregnant. And I think I kind of panicked a little bit at that point, because we were going to have a baby. And I knew that I was going to quit my job, because working in Seattle and then living where we do in Kitsap County, it's on the other side of the Puget Sound, which requires a ferry boat commute. So my commute was 2 hours each way every day. So 4 hours a day commuting to get to my office at the Seattle Times. And I knew I wasn't going to do that if I had a baby. There was no way. I was very committed to attachment parenting, which means just spending as much time with my newborn as possible. And so my husband luckily had a job and a career where he could support us both, especially living in Kitsap County, where the cost of living is a lot lower. And so my plan was to leave my job once I had my baby, and then stay home for as long as needed, years, most likely. So I panicked, and I began selling my luxury bags. I don't know why. I thought, oh, well, number one, it would be great to have extra money. Number two, well, I'm going to be a mom. I'm not going to carry around a Louis Vuitton bag anymore. Like I said, I was like kind of in a brain fog state where I was making a lot of short-term decisions. So I sold a ton of my bags and SLGs. And I had my daughter, and then I still had a few of them left, a few of the bags left. And then I got pregnant again in 2011, panicked again, because I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to have 2 kids. I really need to just buckle down, and sold some more stuff. I really was in such a place in life where I had babies and toddlers, and it's, it's a 24/7 job, and you're not really doing the same things you did in your 20s. For me, I was in my 30s. So by 2013, I had sold most of my Louis Vuitton collection. I still had, I still had 3 handbags and some wallets and a couple scarves and my shawl. And I started out, and I made a list. It took me a while, but I made a list of what I had in 2008 or 2007. It was 22 items. My Louis Vuitton collection was 22 things. And now I was down to 5, maybe 6. Now, looking through my list, I regret probably selling half of that. I regret it. I wish I still had so much of it, because I was unable to think into the future, decades into the future, when life would change. They wouldn't always be babies. They wouldn't always be toddlers. Someday they'd be in grade school and middle school like they are now. And I would feel more comfortable carrying around different kinds of handbags, and didn't just need a diaper bag or a big tote or something. So I wish I had just put them away in their dust bag and let them sit for a long time, which these bags can do. They are built to last. The bags that I kept were my Damier Ebene Speedy 30, of course my watercolor Speedy 30, and the monogram Mizzy, which I love. And gosh, I hope I'm not, I think that's basically the 3 that I had. And then my koala wallet, which is a gift from my husband. My koala agenda, which was very special because it was one of the first things I bought. My groom pochette clay, which was definitely among the first pieces I bought from the boutique. My watercolor bandeau, a brown butterfly bandeau, and my black monogram silk shawl. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. That was basically what I had. And it, you know, I didn't carry them that much, but I knew I would never part with those ones. So I made a list. I'm going to show you in pictures, obviously, a few of the things that I sold. This is one of the bags I sold. But it's back because I found one last summer at a consignment shop in near perfect condition, like probably the same condition as this bag was when I sold it, which was in 2011. And when it came, this particular one, when it arrived and I saw it, I knew this was the right thing to do, to get it back with me. Because I love this bag. Why did I sell it? I love this bag. I think at the time, I thought, well, I never carry it, so I should just get rid of it. But that's not always the case. Now, sometimes that's true. You'd never carry it. If it just sits there, then make room. Maybe you should sell it. But if you really love it and you don't carry it right now, that doesn't mean you'll never carry it again. You might be in a stage in life where this isn't right for you. Wait a little while, or if it brings you joy, as they say. Now, if there's a bag that you have where you don't carry it and you don't like it, you really feel like, I don't even like this bag, then definitely sell it. But I never disliked this bag. Now, there was a time when this actually was not in style anymore. This bag is from 2007. There was a huge denim collection that Louis Vuitton did at that time. And then I would say, you know, 5 or 6 or 8 years later, this was not fashionable, a denim bag. But guess what? Now it's 2022, and denim has definitely come full circle in bags and accessories again. So let's take a look at this list I made. Now the first Louis Vuitton bag I ever purchased was from eBay because I wasn't confident yet to go into the boutique. And it was the monogram bucket, petite bucket. I'm pretty sure the one that I had did not come with the pouch that came with this bag. I got it from eBay. I was really excited. Pretty sure it was authentic. I'm pretty sure it was authentic. And, you know, it was a used bag. I think it had like maybe a slight odor inside of it. But at the time, I didn't really know anything. I just was like, "Ooh, I got a Louis Vuitton bag," and I didn't know how to take odors out of things, and I didn't really know anything about vachetta leather, and I liked it. Now I sold that one, and I don't necessarily regret it that much because it was the first one, and it wasn't really suitable really for what I needed to carry. I think it was cheap. I think it might have been like $500, which for me at the time was more than a Coach bag, obviously. It was a lot. And then I bought a ton of white multicolor. This is the Murakami collection that was out at the time. It came out in 2003. It was still going strong in 2006, 2007. I got a koala wallet, and I got the pochette clay, and I got the Wapiti case in the white multicolor print. All really cute. I took really good care of them as much as I could. The inside of that white koala wallet was all vachetta, so you couldn't really keep that looking new. Would I want to have those back again? I think I might not mind having the Wapiti case. Let's see. And then I also got a ton of vernis, and mostly in Pomme d'Amour, which had come out in 2007 for the Valentine collection. I got another koala wallet. I got the Roxbury Drive in Pomme d'Amour, and that is another bag that I repurchased this year, but I did not purchase it in Pomme. I purchased it in Amarante, which is the dark black cherry purple color. It does not show color transfer, and the one I got is in great condition. I really love this bag. It's really different, and I'm really glad to have it back. It's another one that I sold because I thought it was very impractical for me. I mean, yeah, I was a little out of my mind. Now, I do want to actually just focus on the ones that I wish I hadn't sold. Number one would be the Monogram Tikal PM. This bag is a flap shoulder bag, and there's actually a new bag out in the most recent collection called the Diane, Monogram Diane bag, which is very similar. And the Diane probably has a few more extra features, like you can take off the strap, and it has more going on inside. The Tikal PM is just a very simple flap shoulder bag. There were cool rings in the handle, and I must have decided at the time this bag's too small for me. Didn't know that small bags would become a thing later on in life, and I really wish I still had this bag. I think it retailed for $850 when it was new, and now something like that's over $2,000. And when you try to find the Tikal PM on the pre-loved market, it's definitely going to be a lot more and hard to find in good condition, unfortunately. Another bag that I bought two of was the Salea PM. This was a bag that came out only in the Damier Ebene and Damier Azur print. It came in PM, MM, and GM. It was basically a tote with handles, rolled vachetta handles, except in the Ebene, which was rolled brown leather. It was just a simple trapezoid, beautiful, practical, Alcantara lining, gorgeous. I carried this all the time, and again, I think I just decided I couldn't wear it on my shoulder, so I didn't need all these Louis Vuitton bags. I sold them both. I sold, let's see, I sold the Azur one in 2011, and I sold the Ebene one in 2009. So, yeah, I recommend the Salea PM if you see one, pre-loved in good condition, if you want just a tote. And the next things were all little accessories. I had 3 of those inclusion bangles, the resin bangles with the little tiny monogram jewels inside. I had 3 of those. I don't really miss those because they were round. They were not oval shaped the way bangles or bracelets should be, because your wrist is an oval, it's not a circle. And so actually I don't miss those because they were always banging on everything and they never fit very well. I had 2 bandeaus for Valentine's Day 2007, which I really wish I still had. I had one in the pink colorway and in the blue colorway. Those would be great to still have. I had a pastille bag charm in Pomme d'Amour. That would be amazing to still have. Yeah. I just went on a selling spree, and I wonder if and I had a Speedy 25 in monogram, which actually I've sold twice now. I realize the Speedy 25 is not the best for me in monogram. I actually prefer it in Damier Azur. And and I also had another limited edition. This was the riveting pochette accessoire. I'll find a picture. This was part of the whole riveting collection. They did a huge bag in this in monogram, and they did one in black and white leather. The leather ones were apparently super heavy, but that was the style of the time. I think this was probably 2007 when I got the riveting pochette. It had a big gold plaque on the front of it, which scratched instantly. But it was really cute, and it was just really different. And I never, used pochettes after I moved here. And, my life was different than it is now. So I sold that one too. And that is one I wish I still had. So that pretty much covers the story of my seller's remorse. And I wish I had thought more long term. And so My advice is just to be really, really careful when you're thinking of selling a bag that you really like, that you really love, that means something to you. Maybe you don't carry it right now. If you have space in your closet and you don't really need the money right now, I would just hang on to it for a little while longer, because the value, as you know, will probably go up and your life might change. You might realize a couple years down the road, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I still have this very special Speedy that you can't find anymore except for double the price. And I've learned my lesson. I now will not sell any more of my Louis Vuitton bags. I'm very happy with what I have. Anything I have sold recently, or sold to Fashion File, and that's another video coming up next, I've done so because not only was I not using it, I also was not in love with it and didn't like it and almost regretted getting it in the first place. So that's the exception to this. So how do you feel about seller's remorse? Have you ever felt that? Is there a bag or an item that you've sold or donated or gotten rid of that you wish you had kept? Or do you just never sell anything? You just hang on to it? I know there are lots of people out there who do never sell their things, because selling, let's face it, is a really big pain in the butt. I hate doing it. I hate going onto eBay. Their fees are extortionate. I don't like dealing with any of it. So that's another reason not to sell. It's a pain. So unless you truly don't have the space, or you truly need the money, or you truly do not like the bag anymore, I would suggest just thinking about it for a while before you make that decision, because if you want to get that bag again, most likely you either will never be able to find it, or you'll have to pay double. Some of the bags that I've sold, they just aren't even around anymore. It's incredibly hard to find them. So yeah, that's my video today. I really would love to hear what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you could take the time to subscribe, I would so appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.